What's happening, my YouTube peeps? Boy Matt here. This is a QMA video, questions Matt answers. If you want to get your questions answered, like my Facebook, facebook.com/flexforall. And when you see me post a shout out asking for questions, hit me up. Headed to school right now, and all I pretty much have with me is a casein protein shake and 2 apples. That's all I had time to pack. So at school I'll probably getting some like Subway and some Chipotle. So probably wondering what the first question is. Let's get right to it. First question is from a guy named Aram, E-R-I-M, and he asked, what do you want to be remembered for? I guess I'll answer that in the context of YouTube first. So with YouTube, what will I like to be remembered for? Well, I definitely like to have positive impact on my viewers, whether they learn something directly from me, you know, something that helps them get towards their goals, whether it's in fitness, health, bodybuilding, life, something that helps them directly, you know, that they can be like, oh my god, you know, Matt helped me learn how to count macros, or he you know, inspired me to do better in school, or inspired me to do something, motivated me to do something. Those are the kind of things I like to be remembered for when it comes to YouTube. You know, just helping people out, and you know, even more so than, dude, Matt's physique is awesome. You know, that's cool and all, but in the long run, at the end of the day, I'd like to be remembered for helping people directly and indirectly. So yeah, that answers that question, hopefully. Of course, you know, in the bigger picture of my life, my entire life, you know, I like to be remembered. I guess it matters most, you know, how my family remembers me, my, you know, future kids, my cousins, my parents, girlfriend, wife, etc. You know, I like them to remember me, you know, for whatever I do in the future. I don't really know what I'm going to do, but hopefully, you know, they remember me for all the good things, positive things that I accomplish, that I provide. And yeah, hopefully I answered that question, guys. Next question is from Kenny Gonzalez, my boy. He asked, well, actually, he says, fuck bodybuilding. What is most important to you, Matthew? And cool question, man. And I'm glad that you asked that. I mean, there's a ton of things that are important to me, of course. The most direct things are family, their well-being, their health, their safety. Of course, it crosses over to my girlfriend's family, my family's family, and you know, even in the Philippines, they're really important to me. So of course, for me, family is first. I guess the lesser important things come after that. You know, my own health, my own safety. What else is important to me? Education for myself and others is really important to me. Happiness, my own happiness, and more important, you know, the happiness of others, their pursuit of happiness. So, you know, providing opportunities for my family, friends, loved ones, and of course, even people I don't even know, or just plain old acquaintances, just providing opportunities for others to kind of get the same amount of happiness, or the same opportunity of happiness that I have, or that I could have. So that's what's important to me. Just you know, family, friends, living, enjoying, etc. And I mean, everything else, it's really not a huge matter to me. I'm sure a lot of people wonder my positions on things like religion and politics and all that stuff, but that all seems pretty secondary and tertiary to me. You know, for me, family first, enjoying myself and helping others enjoy themselves. So that's really important to me. That's what I really like. Doesn't it look weird how I'm like shaved right here but not here? Anyways, next question. Thanks for asking, Kenny. I appreciate it, man. Next question's by William. I remember this question. He asked me, what's the best way to free ball or to figure out your macros? I guess he asked what website, and there's a few websites out there. I don't actually know specifically. I mean, a Google search could probably help you out, but something to help you with this this topic. I actually have a huge project coming soon with Chris Lovato. We're working on just a really big project that will include pretty much everything in terms of what you need to gain muscle, what you need to gain fat, in terms of knowledge, understanding, basic concepts, form and technique, programs, and just the whole 9 yards. It's gonna have everything, and it's gonna be organized. That's the main thing. It's gonna be organized, and it's all gonna be one place. So look forward to that, William. It's gonna be some good stuff. Maybe in a few months, maybe in a couple months even. Okay, so definitely soon. Look forward to that. Next question is from Filippo. What do you think about your next competition in the future? Well, you're probably referring to bodybuilding. My next actual bodybuilding competition is in 2013, so quite some time. I have a lot of time till then. What do I think about it? From now till then, every workout session is important leading up to that. I mean, each one individually, it's insignificant to the big picture if I missed one workout, but it's all about just consistency, constantly improving my strength, constantly, hitting just triggering hypertrophy through my workouts, constantly being in a caloric surplus to grow. So that's pretty much what I'm thinking about till then, just having the consistency of gaining strength and gaining muscle, having a great diet up till that point. So just constant improvement. So then in 2013, since I do like to compete, hopefully I come in just, I can't tell exactly how much more muscle I will have. I will definitely have less fat in my next competition. And I'm pretty confident that I'll look significantly different. I mean, not night and day, no steroids compared to steroids different, but you'll be able to look at my old competition and look at my future, or the 2013 competitions, and be like, damn, that is some serious shit. Like, did he juice? I mean, you'll be able to tell something. Maybe not if I juice or not, but you'll look twice, break a neck, etc. So guys, let's go to the next question. My damn thing just refreshed, so I gotta go back. Whew. Let me see where I am. 1 second, guys. I got a whole lot of crazy ass questions in here, so it's hella funny. Just like random ass questions. All right, the next question is from a guy named Manuel. It was a 2-part question. He wanted to know when he could incorporate biceps into 5-3-1, and his second part of his question was kind of like a statement. First question he had was about biceps and 5-3-1. Okay, seriously, you can add them whenever you want on each or every workout day, whenever you want. Doesn't mean it's going to be optimal, etc. If you're wondering what is optimal, it's hard to determine what is optimal. In general, it's very tough. I mean, that's why we have scientists doing studies and stuff, trying to figure this stuff out. So it's hard for me to tell you what is optimal. I can tell you what I would recommend based on my results and the results or the methods that have worked for many other people. Hell, dude, just work your biceps for 15-20 minutes max per week for the 5-3-1, and that's it. Okay, slow negatives, 2 to 3 to 4 second negatives if possible. Try to go for sets of 6 to 8, whatever poundages you can hit for 6 to 8 reps, good form. 4 second negatives on biceps, whatever exercise it may be. Constantly increase either constantly improve by either a few reps per workout, a set or 2 per workout, slower negatives per workout, or a combination. Okay, so just progress your strength, progress your time under tension, progress your overall tension, and your biceps will grow as long as you're in a caloric surplus. That's the simplest answer for that. Next part of your question, it wasn't really much of a question. It kind of sounded like you were cutting for summer last year, and then you got to a 4-pack, and you now want my advice to cut again and get a 6-pack. Well, dude, it's as simple as just either you don't have the genetics for a 6-pack, or you didn't lose enough fat for it. Hell, you might not have, built the muscle to look like you have a 6-pack, just because perhaps you haven't worked them out for long enough. You haven't been training your abs for enough years to have built a 6-pack, whether you lost the fat or not. So it could be a combination of any or all of them. So, build your abs up, lose fat, that's it. What the fuck is behind me? Like, are you serious? You're in a fucking truck. Calm the fuck down, dude. You're crazy as fuck. Sorry, I mean, I don't know who the fuck tails someone when you're in a giant ass truck. Like a big rig. Like, who the fuck is this guy? What an idiot. Alright guys, next question. Ian McCarthy asked, when did you accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior? I think you're trolling me, bruh. Next question. It's by Alex Havisto. How often do you beat the Bicep? I probably shouldn't answer that. Next question. Austin Barton. What do you do when a douchebag hogs a machine at the gym the entire time? This has happened. I'm sure it's happened to you guys, and I'm sure there's a huge range of reactions. I'm not mean to people in the gym, I don't say get the fuck off my machine or whatever. I usually approach them in a very polite, respectful manner. I will hint on to them that my workout is very important and they're using a machine that I really need, and chances are they just give it to me. I'll let them know, like, hey man, you're in the squat rack and you're doing bicep curls. You could do those anywhere, and I really could use this squat rack because I have to squat, and it's not safe for me to squat anywhere but here. There's only one rack. It's cool if I use this, bro. And I'll say something like that. I've never really had a serious problem where someone didn't get off of a machine. Pretty much everyone has been nice to me so far in my 5 years lifting, and either shared the rack, shared a machine, or just gave it to me completely. So never had a super douchebag just douche it up and just like, nah, bruh, it's my squat rack, my curl rack. I just laugh and I'd pull out my phone and film him and just be like, yeah, for real? All right. Next question. Next question is by Peter Pham. He wants to know the sex's effects on bodybuilding. So I guess intercourse. I don't recommend sex or masturbation before a workout. That's just a one-way ticket to freaking just a horrible workout, just a completely drained workout. It's definitely a bad idea to relieve yourself before a freaking workout, or before anything that's important. If you're gonna go take a test, don't masturbate before it. Don't have sex before it. And that's just the way it is. Other than that, do whatever the hell you want. I mean, have as much sex or masturbate as much as you want. It's your life. So next question. Ian, my boy Ian, my friend Ian, he asked how to raise a family of dragons. I don't know, bro. That reminds me of that show, Game of Thrones, with the lady that gives birth to dragons. That shit's crazy. Next question. Does Celtec make you hench? I don't know what you mean by hench. That's by Ross. Not really sure what you mean. Next question. Jake Hart. Was there ever a time you wanted to give up? Sounds like he's referring to, I guess, like bodybuilding or like competing in general. Not really. I've kind of really enjoyed this hobby or sport, whatever you want to call it. I really enjoy it, I appreciate it, and for me it's just what it's worth. That's all it is. I mean, it's not bigger than what it is to me. I just try to enjoy for as much as I can, as much as it's worth. There's not really been times that I've felt like just giving up lifting weights or bodybuilding or competing. From when I started enjoying it, and since I wanted to start doing it, I haven't really wanted to stop. So never really wanted to quit it or give up. So I guess that answers your question. Next question is from Pio Palmieri. He wants to know, what are the bro science myths? I guess if you're wondering like what the most common myths are, you know, meal timing, protein consumption myths, carb myths, fat myths. There's a myth for every single area. High reps, there's low reps myths. There's a lot. I can go on forever, so I'm not gonna. There's a ton of myths out there, and it's just all these myths have been propelled by, you know, the industry, the money-making bodybuilding, fitness, health, supplements, foods industries, indirectly or directly, whether they meant for it or not. You know, the industry, the money-making industry, and the bodybuilding culture has really spread a ton of myths that aren't scientifically backed, that aren't optimal, that are very detrimental to your social life, and many are detrimental to your health. So, and not just, you know, your immediate health, but many parts. There's many different facets of health. So that's why it's good that there's that you know, it seems like there's a new era of health, fitness, and bodybuilding that's coming out, that's starting to just grow. There's many different characters in this new era, which is cool. And you know, the future looks brighter. That's all I gotta say. So let's move on, guys. How you can... Oh, this Victor asks, "Dear Matt, I have a question. Can you tell me how you can get ripped and lean for summer, and what nutrition and exercises is important? Thanks in advance." I'm trying to think what country he's from. But very kind of like general question. He wants to know how to get ripped, what foods and exercises are right. And there's way more than one approach, but in general, to get ripped, just you have to lose body fat. That's pretty much what ripped means in the bodybuilding world. Just lean, low body fat. How do you do that? Caloric deficit. How do you find that? Determine your maintenance calories, and drop it down by 300, 500 calories per day, and pretty much just milk it out, you know? Stay in a deficit for however long necessary, and you're gonna lose fat and muscle, of course, but do your best to try to keep as much muscle as possible. That's just the way it is. Exercises, you can do any exercises. You know, by pushing yourself, being intense in the gym, doing the most compound exercises possible if you're natural, that's the best bet to keep as much muscle as possible. So stick to the compounds. It's pretty damn simple, and it's pretty easy a concept. You know, like I said, me and Chris are working on our website, our big old project, huge project, and we're gonna lay it out for you. It's gonna be very, very simple. Steve Furman asks, "Do you even lift?" No, bro. Calvin asks, "What's your FAP schedule?" Nah, man, I don't really have a schedule. Kenneth asks, "If you could only work out for 2 days a week because of schoolwork and other problematic schedules, like me, how would you organize a working split with only 2 days? So what would I do if I can only work out for 2 days? Let me think about that. I can only work out for 2 days a week. Let's just pretend that it's Monday and Thursday or Friday. So Monday and Thursday are the only days I can work out. I would either do upper, lower, and alternate. That's it. You know, Monday upper, Tuesday lower. Or I'm sorry, Monday upper, Thursday lower. Or I would just do full body each day and perhaps switch the exercises. So for Monday, maybe I do things like bench press, deadlift, and certain back exercises. And then on Friday, I would do something like military press, squats, some back exercises, and you know, choose one of those days for bicep, choose one of those days for tricep, maybe, but chances are I probably wouldn't even do bicep and tricep if I could only work 2 days a week. That's pretty much how I'd split it up. That's basically it, you know. Full body in general. One of those days I would do a squat and a bench, or a squat in the military, and the other day I would do a deadlift and a bench or military. Throw back exercises in one or both days, and then all the other things are kind of secondary. You know, how much arms I would work, little to none. Since, you know, time is precious, if you can only freaking work out twice a week, you know, why spend hours biceps or triceps when you could be pressing or pulling? So that's what I think, you know. That's pretty much it. Simple. If I only had 2 hours, I'd do as much as I could in 2 hours. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Next question, guys. I'm almost at school, by the way, so yeah, just letting you know. Next question is from James Hooper. All right, and James Hooper asks, do you recommend Inzer belts over Chic, and why? So first, I have never used a Chic belt. Can't really answer that. The only belt I've used is a Vallejo, and I'm sure there's one other belt I've used, but all I can remember is that I've used a Vallejo belt. In general, I do recommend the Inzer belt, and if you want to see a review on the Inzer belt, go on my Flex for All Matt Oaks Natural Bodybuilder Facebook page, and you'll see that Chris Lovato has posted a review on the Inzer belt, and he shows it, talks about it, all the 9 yards. Yes, the Inzer belt is a great belt for someone, especially in powerlifting, or is just serious about lifting weights or doing heavy movements, heavy squats and deadlifts. At some point, I think it is smart to use a belt if you're going to be lifting, 200, 300 or more pounds. It's a good idea to start using to use a belt if you're lifting heavy ass weights. Is Inzer a good belt? Yes, it's very, very thick, solid, tight. Don't really know what else to say about it. It's quality. The Inzer lever belt, it's very tight, and it's a belt that the consistency of tightness will be just perfect from workout to workout. It'll be the same amount of tightness, all based on how you customize your belt, because you decide how tight you want it. You set the actual lever depending on how tight you want it. If you want it tighter, you take off basically you remove a part from the belt, and then you put in a different part, and there you got it tighter. It's got screws, you just need a screwdriver, and you can customize the tightness of your belt. And each time it will be the same tightness, so it's very consistent. You don't have to worry about finding something to help you get it really tight on you. It will be tight no matter what. It locks in place and it stays tight through your entire set. Very thick, very supportive, and that's all I got to say about the Inzer belt. Never used the Chic. I don't know what to tell you about Chic. What the fuck are you doing? Anyways, all right, so yeah, I definitely recommend Inzer. Next question. Okay. Hold on one second. Let me drive for a second. Next question, what's your hypertrophy leg routine like? My legs don't grow, they just keep getting stronger. Okay, I do the Gym Wildler 531. So I mean, if you know my program, you know what my workout looks like for hypertrophy. One day of the week I do squats, one day of the week I do deadlifts. I switch the rep ranges and the percentages of a max that I lift. I mean, it's as simple as looking at my videos to see what I do. So Marcus, just watch my videos and you can see what I do. It's kind of hard for me to get in depth about it. I mean, it just seems redundant when you could just check out my videos. So just check out my videos. If your legs aren't growing, perhaps change what you're doing. If you're only hitting, 1 to 3 rep sets, maybe change it and do the most you can do for 8 rep sets or 6 rep sets. Or perhaps you aren't eating enough per day. Or perhaps you're just self-conscious and you're not giving yourself enough time. Give yourself a solid year before you expect some huge change in the size of your legs. Don't expect them to grow an inch a month. They're not going to do that. If you're in a caloric surplus, give yourself 6 months, measure it maybe. Give yourself a year, maybe 2 years, and then, evaluate your growth. Don't evaluate your growth every 10 seconds. Like, is my legs bigger? No. Are they bigger? No. Give yourself some time. Anyways, guys, I'm here at school. I don't want to be late. It's 10:45 and my class is at 11. I still have to take a piss. Don't want to be late. Thank you guys for all these questions. I'm going to answer more on the way home. And I guess I'll put this as one video so it's not too long. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching. And I'll see you next video, next QMA. Peace.
And quit being a little bitch!
August cake!
Yeah!